Hey guys, I just wanted to show you this real quick. I'm just seeing some games here on the level 2. I'll see a lot of buying come over here, and then this thing will drop. And then when it'll start to go up, you'll see a lot of big sellers here on the ask, and you'll see a lot of red on the ticker tape over here, but it's still moving up. It's very weird games going on right here, and I just wanted to show you guys what's going on. See all these huge sellers right here on the ask. You don't really see any buying going on here. You can see here on the volume, the actual buying is decreasing. Now let's see what happens. I've seen big, huge orders dumped showing up on the ticker tape, and this thing isn't dropping off hard or anything. Really nothing, and the ticker tape here will pause. So you see a lot of selling, 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 a lot of red right now going through. A lot of red going through, going through, going through. But the price is still being held up. The float on this is only 5.5 million. And then you see a couple green orders come in and it'll pop right back up. There's some very weird games going on here. Somebody doesn't want this to go down. I was seeing huge sellers on here. Let me see if I can bring it back up. It was like, it equaled out to like 20,000 shares. If I can keep scrolling. I know the ticker tape isn't moving that fast. The overall market, 68% of it's red. 32% is green. You can see that right here. The overall market, 67% red, 33% green. The markets are dropping at this moment. But I just seen big sellers. You see a couple of huge buyers right here. Couple big sellers right here. And it's just going back and forth, really.
PTI,
now look at it. It's
PTI,
breaking out to new highs again.
PTI, PTI, PTI.
Big selling coming right there. Then you got big buying. So it's like a seesaw right now. But I see the buying decreasing, and then you get a pop in buying.
PTI.
So far it's at 6.8 million in volume.
PTI, PTI.
And if you bring over the 5-minute right here, this was in a wedge. This is the 5-minute, and then on the 15-minute, after it sold off here for 15 minutes, the 15-minute kept making a higher low. Now it's approaching its pre-market high. We had a bunch of stocks on the pre-market scanner popped up, but as soon as the market opened, they had all had a quick pop up and then they all crashed down. The overall market is red, if you can see right here. The VIX and the TVIX is up. You got big sellers here on the ask. And this one just keeps inching its way up. And you can see right here on the volume, it's decreasing. But I don't know, there's a big buyer right there at 13,000 that just popped up real quick.
PTIE, PTIE, PTIE,
Here it goes.
PTIE, 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 PTIE.
This looks so tempting over here when I was doing this. It spiked up, came down, made a U shape. The U shape failed, came back down, and I noticed it was making higher lows. But I just kept seeing huge big block sellers on this, which kind of scared me away. And it's like volume like disappeared on this for a moment, and the overall market was down. Now look at this.
PTIE,
And I don't want to chase it because it's up 63%. This one's a tough one. Pops up over this resistance line, pulls back, bounces right off of this old resistance at 62, rallies up 20 cents. That's pretty good right there. But if you can see, you know, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with this one after watching. That's why sometimes, I read the ticker tape and the time or the level 2 a lot, and I'm not feeling it. I see, like I said, I see it, a lot of back and forth on this and a lot of selling. It's like a seesaw. A lot of big chunk buying, a lot of big chunk selling, and then I'll see a whole row of buying, and then I'll see a whole row of selling. It's like it doesn't know what to do, so it's going back and forth. And then I keep seeing a bunch of huge big block sellers here on the ask, and I don't see a whole bunch of big block buyers here on the bid.
Tis.
I'll just keep this up for a second just to observe and learn from it. I don't really want to trade when the overall market's down. but we could be seeing the market rally up right now after it. Yeah, see, look at this, the NASDAQ. Just a straight drop the first hour of the day, and then we get a nice pop up. SPX, drop down, then a nice little bounce right here. Oh, this one isn't loading for me. But all these, and if you notice, when it's had this big drop right here, and we recently just had this good bounce, look what happened with PTIE. We finally broke out. And now it's pulling back, and the overall market's pulling back as well. So that just goes to show you, 3 out of 4 stocks follow the overall market. And this is proof right here. The overall market's red. 3 out of 4 stocks follow the overall market. Look at the ratio right here. 3/4 of this is red, and only 1/4 is green. Don't fight the market. Go with the market. I don't know if I will update this on or upload this on Wednesday, because I'm gonna probably lay back down here, and then I have to go back into work. But I'll probably upload. I'll try to upload this either Thursday or Friday for you guys. I'm usually pretty good at uploading this as soon as I get done recording it, but I've been working a lot of hours lately. And then we got TIS. Nice little pop there. No volume though. One interesting thing I wanted to show you guys, we've been keeping an eye on NFEC. PTIE is breaking out again. See the big block sellers here? Compare it with the times and sales. People could be posting big blocks just to scare away buyers. And obviously that's not working, because this keeps breaking out to new highs. And this has a lot of room to run up. It was scaring me because it was coming up to the 13 EMA right here at $1.60. And if you can see, it came right up to $1.60. One time got stuffed. 2 times got stuffed. On the 3rd time, remember, the 3rd time, number 3. Usually that's when a stock will make its move, on the 3rd touch. And on the 3rd touch, even as scary as this is, it breaks out of the 160 like I said, pulls back, old resistance is holding as support, bounces right off of it, runs up, pulls back a little bit, now it's making new highs again. Sorry guys, I'm just saving a couple pictures right now. Now it's selling off. Now it's selling off. But real quick, I wanted to show you guys, we've been keeping an eye on NFEC. And if you've seen here what it's done the past couple days, it made a new high at 719. 2 days it took to give all that back. And now look what it's doing. Once again, it's bouncing right off that trend line, and it's bouncing right off of the 50-day moving average. Good example, this is a very low float stock. This is someone just taking advantage of the float and playing a pattern with this. That's all they're doing. 2 days to give back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days worth of gains right here. 2 days. And now watch. You're going to get a bounce here. More than likely, I'm not going to say more than likely, but it's a good candidate for doing this pattern again. Because it's been doing the same pattern ever since May. So in March it had this spike right here, pulled back, another little spike, pulled back, consolidated right at the 50 and 200 day, and then had another good spike, grinded up, and it's just been in this weird pattern ever since. And then we had LMFA pop up on our gap up this morning. STAF popped up, and if you like I said, all these stocks that were up pre-market, as soon as the market opened, they had a fast spike up and they dropped off. STAF, LMFA, FAMI is just a pump. And PTIE. We also had ABIL up pre-market too. Let me bring this up. See how it made this move up? And then it opens and goes from 475 up to 534 and sells off. But no one's going to be really touching this because recently, yesterday, it just came out with a public offering. And look at that. Right before the market opened, 3 minutes before the market opened, goes from 750 all the way down to 460. Nobody's going to want to touch that after the offering. No. Yeah. And then yesterday we had TIS. TIS is just a weird one. It is a earnings. It's a earnings loser. But PTIE could still hold up. You could see traders are trying to sell it or hold it up right now because it's the only stock really going on at the moment. So they don't want to destroy it because the overall market is red, and 2, it's the only stock that's really doing anything right now. I mean, there are other stocks that are up, but they have no volume. FAMI,
TIS.
TIS. TIS could get momentum, but it's approaching right up to the 13 EMA right here. You see how it came right up to it? Then you got a doji here at the top. Now today, it's coming right back up to it. But if it can get through that, it's got room to run up to 250. Let's see here. It's got room to run up to the 50-day right here at $4. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. But this is the previous 3 days right here. It's got to get through this 260s also. Like I said, I'm just taking my foot off the pedal. I want to wait for market conditions to get better. We're in the slowest time of the year right now, and I already took 2 trades this week, and I'm down 250. I don't want to make it any worse than that. But that's a quick recap for you guys. Not much really going on besides PTIE, and it's just a kind of a slow grinder. You got TIS kind of starting to pick up momentum right now. Look at these big block sellers. But that's something I really wouldn't want to chase. It's up 50 cents right now from the open, and the volume on it is only 500,000. So it's not really got any attention or like volume to it. I want volume. I don't want to jump in up on this at 250 and then have it drop down on me 50 cents. TIS's float is almost 10 million.
TIS.
But the overall market is just pulling back right now. And my Thinkorswim platform's acting goofy. And just to give you guys a little update, I think I'm going to be opening up a TradeStation account to try them out. I've been hearing they are a lot better than Thinkorswim. So tomorrow I am not going to be in the market, and I got a doctor's appointment, and I'm gonna open up a TradeStation account, download the platform, and just be checking it out. I'm sure I'll make a video to show you guys what it looks like, because when I get on YouTube, there's not really too many people that's done reviews or trade with TradeStation, which is, I think, is kind of odd. I was on the phone with TradeStation. I am a little upset, but I'm going to try to work out a deal with them. They do charge for their market data, like their NASDAQ, NYSE, and OTC. It's like $5 per each. And then you got to trade like a minimum amount unless they charge you. I'm going to tell them, like straight up, I'm with TD Ameritrade. I don't get charged for nothing. I want to try you guys out. Cut me a deal. Come on. Well, and I'll see if, they do anything. Hopefully. But I've heard from a few really good traders. One of them's Triforce Trader. He highly recommends TradeStation and says that Thinkorswim platform, isn't the greatest, which I agree. I mean, it's free. Free's good, but he highly recommends. He says once you try TradeStation, it'll blow Thinkorswim out of the water. But this is the QQQ here on the daily real quick. Everything's just pulling back in the channel. If I come to the NDX, once again, it's pulling back down to the 50-day moving average. Even here. And then we'll go to the SPY real quick. That's the intraday pulling back hard. And then this is the daily right here. You see this is the upper resistance line. Let me get rid of a couple of these. It broke out of this very steep up wedge. And when you see it broke out of that wedge, it had a hard drop. Now if I just remove that one, this platform's lagging. So now this is the up resistance line right here, and it's starting to pull back, as you can see. Today's Wednesday, so this was Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So all we're experiencing right now is a pullback. And look at that drop from 2843 down to 2800. It's a nice little drop. But I'm sorry guys, this isn't the best video, like I said, for market recap. It's been a long week so far, and it's only Wednesday. And then also yesterday I posted on all my social media accounts. I think from now on, I'm going to do a market recap. I'm still going to do the market recap, or weekly recap, but I'm also going to do it live too. Every Saturday at 12 noon, I'm going to go live on my Facebook group, TradingLearning101, and my YouTube channel, TradingLearning101. So every Saturday I'm going to try to do it at 12 noon. Get on, go over the market, what the market did the past week, break it down, answer any questions any of you would have. And I thought it'd be fun just to have a big study group and break down the market and prepare ourselves for the upcoming week. So if that's something you'd be interested in joining, that's going to be Saturdays at 12 noon. And I'll do it probably for an hour, a couple hours. It depends on what's going on in the market and how much we need to go over. We got PTIE coming right back up to the highs again. NFEC is just a very, very slow pump. TIS is just, see, there's no buying volume coming in. So it's slowly moving up and just sitting there. And then it'll pull back and then move up a little bit. You got ABIL that had the offering. FAMI, just another low float pump with no news. NSYS. Yeah, everything that was up pre-market is just dropping because the overall market's red. So today would have been a good day as well to play the inverse ETFs, like the VIX, or not the VIX, the TVIX and UVXY, I believe. Yeah, UVXY.
PTIE.
And TVIX used to be the cheap one. TVIX used to be around $7. Then they've upped it to $30, $40. I remember when the market had a little correction there back in the early February, January. It was like February and March when the market had big pullbacks. This thing was just going crazy, going from $7 up to almost $20. That was a good time. That was good to witness that. Go back to PTIE. Now it's coming up to $1.88, $1.90. Like I said, this has room to run. It most definitely does. And traders want to keep this alive because there's not really nothing going on in the market. The market's red. And you have those traders that need to trade. They need to trade every single day. So they're going to try to hold on to this as long as they can. I'd say the first resistance this would come up to is $2. And then after $2, $2.50. because you got this little gap fill right here between 240, 250, and 220. This is just a slow grinder. I would say this is more of a longer time frame, like the 5-minute. Look what he keeps doing on the 5-minute here. So you had this up wedge, it broke out of this up wedge, and then you had a little pullback right here. This is a bull flag. Breaks out of this bull flag. But when it breaks out, it's not breaking out that much. It's just a little slow grinder. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. Be safe, be patient, be disciplined, and study, study, study. Alright, guys. Later.